Okay, I'm doing this differently than usual. So let me get set back up here. Okay, so this is reading response number 4 for critical. Make sure I get the course title right. For critical art education, ARTE 5772, fall 2021. Again, this is reading response number 4. Okay. The first question asks, this is a 3-part question. Describe your specific understanding of the 4 dimensions or characteristics of anti-dialogical action. Reference the text. Um, Unpack the social I and thou mentioned on page 151 and 167. And what is the dual reflex invaded society that Freire refers to on page 159 through 160. Um, so the 4 dimensions of anti-dialogical action are conquest, divide and rule, manipulation, and cultural invasion. Um, I basically understand that to be the tactics used to dominate a group of people. So starting with actually conquesting the group, um, taking over their physical space and then their mental space with the manipulation, uh, divide and rule. So just like the phrase divide and conquer, I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. And the cultural invasion, uh, which is basically stripping them of their culture or providing a counterculture and almost mandating it, um, in ways of survival and fitting in and so forth. So that's kind of how I understand that part. For what is the dual reflex, I have that both leaders and the people continue their critical activity. Thou is the whole and I is the individual. Question number 2 on page 152 for your posited, homes and schools exist not in the abstract but in time and space. Within the structures of domination, they function largely as agencies which prepare invaders of the future. A loaded statement. Do you agree or disagree? Tell us why and justify your opinion with your own experience in the text, so on and so forth. So I do agree with this statement. It's been one of my biggest conflicts with being an educator, particularly in public K through 12 settings, knowing that you're working with a system that was made to, what's the word I'm looking for? Condition citizens from an early age. Um, Again, particularly speaking about public school, building them up to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Complacent employees, and subservient. So I did agree with that. Um, my kind of proof of that, or at least examples that kind of support that statement, Just even if you look at the structure of school, just as simple as that, children are there kind of cooped up in a building from 9 to 5 after students don't really, in lots of public schools, don't receive any type of break or what have you. So even just the structure of how a everyday, um, a regular school day is set up supports that thinking. So question number 3, explain the 4 elements of dialogical cultural action. How are they in harmony with one another? Um, Cooperation, organization, cultural synthesis, and unity, liberation. They all, essentially, they all involve creating unity, establishing unity, and yeah, I think unity is the perfect word. Unity and mobility for the people and for the oppressed. So my thoughts on the video says to extract the theme or quote or series of quote for the second half of chapter 4 and relate to the video. While I do think the video foregrounds or reinforces racial stereotypes, we know that the book is not specifically about race, but social class. What were your overall thoughts on the video? Look up the school and its present day concerns. So I wasn't surprised that most of the students were not aware of who Freer is. Um, it's not a surprise there are a lot of schools named after um, just prominent figures in history, and it's rare that the schools actually make a point to kind of inform their students of the importance of that legacy. So that was not surprising. Um, I like that the attempt is being made to actually uh, kind of the attempt is being made to put into action some of some of his theories and pedagogy within the school that is actually, named after him. So that's nice. It's I'm not sure what else is happening on that campus that kind of supports and backs those concepts, or what that campus is doing in the community, what type of outreach they're doing within the community. When I looked up the school, a lot of the articles I saw were about uh, shootings and deaths of students who attend that school. So again, just wondering, well, what type of outreach is being done, and what effect is that charter school having on the community, um, and how are they being supported? All of that kind of came to mind. Um, so yeah, it's really quite interesting to look and see what's happening with that community and those students who are part of it. Thank you.